and welcome to the News Hour Agenda. I'm Madhvas Balakrishnan. Today, Rahul Gandhi delivered a fiery speech as LOP in the lower house. From his body language to dialogue delivery, everything was under scrutiny, and Rahul did not disappoint his opposition colleagues. He rained attacks on the Modi government one after the other. He also invoked Lord Shiva and his Abhay Mudra to make a political point. He said that his Abhay Mudra signifies a larger message, which was Daro Mat, Darao Mat. He also flashed pictures linked to all major religions to say that all of them preach that one should not scare others and shouldn't feel scared by others too. But while making religious references, Rahul referred to the Hindu religion to indirectly target the BJP and said that some who call themselves Hindus only talk about violence, hatred and lies, and that such people can never be Hindus.
शिव जी कहते हैं डरो मत डराओ मत, अभय मुद्रा दिखाते हैं, अहिंसा की बात करते हैं, त्रिशूल को जमीन में गाड़ देते हैं, और जो लोग अपने आप को हिंदू कहते हैं वो 24 घंटा हिंसा हिंसा हिंसा, नफरत नफरत नफरत, असत्य सत्य असत्य। आप हिंदू हो ही नहीं।
In his first iteration, Rahul did not mention which Hindus he was referring to, and the treasury benches were up in arms at the perceived affront to the entire Hindu community. Prime Minister Modi was the first to object. Home Minister Amit Shah demanded an apology, but Rahul Gandhi was in no mood to relent. Not only did he refuse to retract, he sharpened his claws further. Listen in to the entire war of words.
डरो मत डराओ मत, और दूसरी तरफ शिव जी कहते हैं डरो मत डराओ मत, अभय मुद्रा दिखाते हैं, अहिंसा की बात करते हैं, त्रिशूल को जमीन में गाड़ देते हैं, और जो लोग अपने आप को हिंदू कहते हैं वो 24 घंटा हिंसा हिंसा हिंसा, नफरत नफरत नफरत, असत्य सत्य असत्य। आप हिंदू हो ही नहीं।
ये विषय बहुत गंभीर है। पूरे हिंदू समाज को हिंसक कहना ये गंभीर विषय है।
नहीं 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 नहीं, नरेंद्र मोदी जी पूरा हिंदू समाज नहीं है, बीजेपी पूरा हिंदू समाज नहीं है, आरएसएस पूरा हिंदू समाज नहीं है।
इस देश में शायद इनको मालूम नहीं है, करोड़ों लोग अपने आप को गर्व से हिंदू कहते हैं, गर्व से हिंदू कहते हैं। क्या वो सभी लोग हिंसा की बात करते हैं, हिंसा करते हैं? हिंसा की भावना को किसी धर्म के साथ जोड़ना, और इस सदन में और संवैधानिक पद पर बैठे हुए व्यक्ति ने, मैं मानता हूं मान्यवर, उन्होंने इसकी माफी मांगनी चाहिए।
हिंदुओं का अपमान नहीं कर सकते, बहुत स्पष्ट बोला है उन्होंने बीजेपी के बारे में बोला है, उन्होंने बीजेपी के नेताओं के बारे में बोला है।
श्री राहुल गांधी को देश की जनता से माफी मांगनी चाहिए। श्री राहुल गांधी का बयान झूठ का एक पुलंदा है, अपनी उस मानसिकता का हिस्सा है जो एक्सीडेंटल हिंदू लगातार आजादी के बाद से करते रहे हैं।
Meanwhile, Rahul also claimed that people in Ayodhya, whose lands were taken for building an airport, have been left in the lurch and no compensation has been given to them. But Times now spoke to residents of Ayodhya whose lands were taken. They've told us that they've received both land as well as compensation from the state government. Let's first listen to what Rahul said and how locals have refuted those claims.
अयोध्या में एयरपोर्ट बना, अयोध्या की जनता से जमीन छीनी गई और आज तक उन्हें मुआवजा नहीं मिला है।
एयरपोर्ट में आपकी जमीन जाने के बाद आपको क्या क्या मिला?
जमीन जो है मुआवजा मिला।
लगभग कितने लोगों की जमीन गई होगी और वो कहाँ रह रहे हैं?
अब कम से कम 150 घर गए हुए। हाँ।
उनको क्या मिला?
अब जमीन उन लोगों को मिली, उन लोगों को मुआवजा मिला था।
ठीक है।
हाँ।
आपकी एयरपोर्ट में जो जमीन गई उसके बदले में आपको गवर्नमेंट ने क्या दिया है?
मुआवजा दिया है।
और
और वही मकान भी बना है इससे।
ये जो कॉलोनी बनी है वहाँ पे वही लोग हैं जिनकी जमीन गई है।
हाँ।
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
This is across to our guest joining us, Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the BJP is with us. We have Dushrant Sridhar, Vedic scholar with us. Also with us is Ratan Sharda, author. Kamruzaman Chaudhary is a political analyst with us. Ghanshyam Tiwari, national spokesperson of SP is with us. We also have with us Sajid Supariwala, leader of the Shiv Sena UBT. Let me start first and foremost with Kamruzaman Chaudhary. Kamruzaman Chaudhary, very clearly BJP says that Rahul Gandhi has insulted Hindus by calling all of them violent. How do you react to that?
The first reaction will be that this self-styled ठेकेदार of the Hindu religion who call themselves as Hinduttvadi, these are all the biggest cheat on the Constitution of India, on the people of India. They claim themselves that they are the what you call this, ये करने के लिए पैदा हुए हिंदू धर्म का रक्षा करने के लिए. But in essence, these are the people who have cheated the Hindus in India a lot. They don't represent the Hindu community as such. But when Rahul Gandhi brought out this topic in the parliament, it was not out of context. There are a lot of context to this statement that he has made, what the majority of Indians feel in India. For an example, Hemanta Biswa Sharma, the chief minister of a BJP-ruled state in Assam, says that I do Hindu politics, I do not want Muslim votes. This is the level of fear, hatred and falsehood being sprayed by the Bharatiya Janata Party and its leaders. Almost 6 to 7 mob lynching have taken place after Narendra Modi took oath as the third time Prime Minister of India. Now this does not, Modi does not represent all the Hindus, is an accepted fact. He might have project himself as a non-biological, some of his sycophants may project him as a Hindu Hriday Samrat, but the basics, he is a public servant elected to rule the country. When in an election campaign he calls that Hinduओं का मंगल सूत्र छीनकर मुसलमानों को दे दिया जाएगा, that's what Rahul Gandhi's context was, to spread fear, hatred.
Let me get in Sanju Verma on that point. Sanju Verma, Rahul Gandhi says, and to an extent Kamruzaman Chaudhary also backing up the claim that all that Rahul was saying is that the BJP and RSS do not represent all Hindus. That's all that he was saying, and the comments are being, taken out of context. Please respond.
Let's be very clear. Rahul Gandhi said, ये जो 24 घंटे खुद को हिंदू बोलते हैं, इनका काम है नफरत, 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 असत्य, 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 हिंसा, हिंसा, हिंसा. Later on giving clarifications, I did not mean all Hindus. I only made, I only meant BJP or RSS or what have you. Rahul Gandhi's problem is that despite now holding a constitutional position, despite being the leader of the opposition, one would have expected him to behave with a certain amount of restraint, maturity and patience. But this was again vintage Rahul who believes झूठ बोलो, लगातार बोलो, बार-बार बोलो, और यदि लोग ना माने तो और जोर से चिल्लाकर चीख कर झूठ बोलो. But झूठ के पांव लंबे नहीं होते. That's my first point. My second point, Kamru here mentioned about mob lynching. So very quickly in 10 seconds. And because Rahul Gandhi keeps saying, मैं मोहब्बत की दुकान खोलने आया हूं, नफरत के बाजार में मोहब्बत बांटने आया हूं, तो मोहब्बत की दुकान के ठेकेदार राहुल गांधी नहीं है. पर क्योंकि आप ठेकेदार बनने की कोशिश कर रहे हो, तो जो राहुल गांधी के साइकोफैंट्स हैं, let them hear this. 1987 Hashimpura riots, 1989 Bhagalpur riots. Yes, who can forget हुआ तो हुआ moment for Sam Pitroda pertaining to the 1984 anti-Sikh genocide, 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks. But before that, you had the Samjhauta blast in 2006, you had the Chinnaswamy Stadium blast in 2010, you had the Pune bakery blast in 2010, you had the Dashoshamay Ghat blast in 2008 and 10 in Varanasi, you had the Batla House encounter in 2008, the Bharatpur riots in 2011, the Azad Maidan riots in 2012 in Mumbai, and not to forget the Muzaffarnagar riots in 2013. And all these riots or terror attacks happened under the long, inefficient and incompetent nose of successive Congress regimes. So for Rahul Gandhi to come to parliament and wax eloquent about how there was no violence under Congress regimes or mohabbat ki dukaan, तो बस यही खोलने आए हैं, क्योंकि ड्यूरिंग राहुल गांधी फादर्स टाइम, हिज ग्रैंड फादर्स टाइम, हिज ग्रेट ग्रैंडफादर्स टाइम, सब कुछ चंगा सी.
Okay.
You want us to
I want Kamruzaman Chaudhary to respond to that, because Kamruzaman Chaudhary, this is what was stated by the Home Minister also on the floor of the House, that those who are present and responsible for the 84 riots, the anti-Sikh riots, and of course Hashimpura and several others that Sanju Verma refers to, essentially what the Home Minister is saying, with what moral authority does Rahul have to lecture us? Please respond.
Point is that they will very eloquently mention those riots that Sanju Verma mentioned out here. They forget Nelly massacre. They forget about the Muzaffarnagar riots. Very recently the Gujarat riots, or the very recently the Delhi riots. I can list a number of riots being taken place during the Narendra Modi's regime, and that too not because of some people-to-people clashes, under active participation of the Sangh Parivar, and that is an established fact. This is where Rahul Gandhi puts his context when he says नरेंद्र मोदी पूरा हिंदू समाज नहीं है, बीजेपी हिंदू समाज नहीं है, आरएसएस हिंदू समाज नहीं है. Then Madhav, the most important thing is Swami Vivekananda, whom these people they consider the greatest echelons of the Hindus, Swamiji of great standard.
These people means you don't consider them.
They forget the confidently one simple thing that
these
said,
people consider
Hindu brain and Islam body forms the
Kamruzaman Chaudhary.
These people are the BJP RSS ecosystem.
So others don't consider Swami Vivekananda.
BJP RSS ecosystem, I am pointing at Hindu brain and Islam body was said by Swami Vivekananda, that forms the crux of the Hindu monk's philosophy that can drive the future of India. Why is it so difficult to understand by these people that Swami Vivekananda's teaching is the essence of India, the secular India? They will hit at Indira Gandhi when she changed the preamble of the constitution. But they will not, they will say Hindu Dharam is an all-inclusive, all for every faith. But they will not leave it in practice. That's the difference. And that's where Rahul Gandhi wanted to put the entire debate in context in the parliament.
Okay.
Sanju Verma will never point out this. She will not point out that after 4th June, there were at least 6 to 7 mob lynchings of Muslims done by the Hindutva family out here.
Okay.
But the point here, Madhav, that I want to put out here is India is for 140 crore people. If you spread hate, you will be shown the mirror this parliament session. The opposition will not give you a free walk this parliament. We will be opposing each and every point.
Okay. The points that are made by him is that even during the BJP regimes across India, there have been number of riots, and in fact, there are those in opposition who say that it is the BJP that benefits most from such riots that take place between communities and violence that takes place between communities. Of course, they are accusing the BJP and other right-wing groups of perpetuating them. Your response now, Sanju Verma.
Now, I did not want to make this personal, but I do not want to hear bhashan on my religion. I am a practicing Hindu from Kamru Zaman, just like I'm sure he does not want me to give him interpretations of Quran. So let's keep it very civil. But let me say one thing. Do you imagine ever that Rahul Gandhi will use the word Islam and say कि ये जो Islam के ठेकेदार है ना, he will never say that. Do you think he will ever say ये जो Christianity के ठेकेदार है ना, so on and so forth? He will never use that word. Will he ever say ये जो Buddhism के ठेकेदार है ना, he will never use that word. ये जो Jainism के ठेकेदार है ना, he will never use that word. ये जो Sikhism के ठेकेदार है ना, he will never use that word. What we are seeing today is all the bhashan being given to Hindus in a country with an 80% Hindu population by a man called Rahul Gandhi, who is 1/4 Hindu. His mother is a practicing Catholic. His grandfather Firoz Gandhi was a Parsi, and his Nana, Sonia Gandhi's father, served under Benito Mussolini and fought alongside Nazis. और ये राहुल गांधी आज बीजेपी को हिंदू धर्म पर भाषण देंगे. It is like people who believe the earth is flat and आप जब मर जाओगे आपको जन्नत में 72 हूरें मिलेंगी. Talking about scientific innovation.
Yeah.
So let's not call the kettle black. And Rahul Gandhi is the pot
Yeah, let's not get into religious analysis, but there's one point that I want to make, and I want to bring in. All right, I want to bring in Sajid Supariwala on that, because Sanju Verma's point is that Rahul Gandhi finds that this is what BJP repeatedly says, that Congress and Mr. Gandhi find it very easy to attack Hindus. They would not make similar comments about people of other faiths. Do you agree with that, Sajid Supariwala?
What she was saying, Sanju Verma was saying.
There's a problem with your audio line there. I apologize. We'll just try to fix that line once again. But Ghanshyam, would you like to take that question?
Good evening, Madhav, to you, the viewers, and the fellow co-panelists. I want to request every viewer to tune in and watch the original version of the debate that has played out in the parliament and will continue to play out. Look at the fakeness of BJP's narrative. Every viewer knows that for past 10 years, an ecosystem led by BJP leaders, its spokespersons, several anchors, a section of media, has given away fake certificates of who's Hindu, who's not Hindu, who's nationalist, who's not nationalist, who is Ram Bhakt, who's not Ram Bhakt. They reveled in their fake authority of giving this certificate to people like me and to a lot of people who spoke about Constitution. Today, the parliament is a testimony that BJP's certificate is fake. Bhagwan Ram is a testimony that BJP's certificate, RSS certificate, is fake. To tell us that who is Hindu and who is not their duty, not their responsibility, not even their right. As far as the fakeness of that certificate is concerned, if today in the House, BJP says that to Rahul Gandhi that you cannot show the picture of Lord Shiva, what a shame. They went on to call Mr. Modi as Har Har Mahadev, Har Har Modi. Mr. Modi called himself non-biological person. And today in the parliament they stand and quote some rules and say you can't show the picture of Lord Shiva. I think the viewer should judge this ongoing debate with 2 points. One,
Ghanshyam,
do you see your issues?
Ghanshyam, let me ask you a simple question. Has it ever happened before in a parliamentary debate that pictures of gods and goddesses have been shown? Has it happened? In your long experience of being a spokesperson or tracking politics, have you ever seen it happen?
2 things. It is your research, your department of research should show the number of gods and goddesses picture are there in the original version of Constitution.
Absolutely.
So that it has not. Please allow me
but there is a parliamentary decorum during the debate.
Allow me to
complete. Not supposed to use posters.
Let people judge that.
Use of gods and goddesses, the BJP says is against the rules. I'm just asking you a question. Since you've made that point, they are saying this is against the rules that are there of the House.
What has happened, what has not happened, 10 years. Today the black criminal laws are now implemented without a debate when 97 members of parliament were suspended. In 10 years, as per various media statistics, the Prime Minister has participated 30 to 32 times in the parliamentary debates. 3 times in a year. When the Prime Minister can give 6 election rallies in 6 different dresses, 3 times a year, there have been more Sundays than number of sittings in the parliament. The parliament in the past 10 years is different from the parliament that we see today. My final point, Madhav, is people should judge us as opposition. That do we represent the pain that this government is giving you with respect to exam leak, with respect to inflation, with respect to unemployment, with respect to their hateful agenda, with respect
I want Ratan Chawda to come in on this.
CBI, ED. Judge us on the points that we are making with respect to the pain this government inflicts on you on every day, the government that leaks every day.
Ratan Chawda, many questions, volley of questions coming in there from Ghanshyam Tiwari. Please respond to that. He says the pain of the people is not being reflected in Parliament, and also, of course, as far as the Parliament itself is concerned, saying that there should be absolutely no objection to Rahul Gandhi showing those pictures of gods and goddesses. Your response?
See, this particular debate is upon Rahul Gandhi's Hindu remarks. They are not about various other issues of the parliament. You are free to have those debates. I have no problem with that. And they are welcome. You are the people who actually converted the whole election into SC/ST fake news of reservation being taken away. You are the people who spread the fake word that constitution will be overthrown by the parties who have done more amendment to the constitution than anybody else. So let that be another day. Now, going about this Abhay Mudra, you will find that Chishti of Ajmer Dargah has said Rahul Gandhi has violated their religion by talking about Abhay Mudra of Islam because there is no picture in Islam. So here is a person, so should there be fatwa against Rahul Gandhi now? Secondly, Hindu hate is not about showing gods there. See, I am not on that line. I am on the line that what is the history of Rahul Gandhi and Congress party. In partition, when all these riots took place, when the Hindus returned from came from Pakistan, They were vacated from the houses, abandoned by Muslims and mosques, because Nehru appealed to Muslims not to go, return back during the first rainfall. They were made to sit outside soaking in the monsoon because these people wanted to appease sections who had voted against India and wanted to go to Pakistan. Then, if you look at 1948 assassination of Gandhiji, hundreds of Hindu Brahmins and hundreds of RSS volunteers were killed, their businesses looted, burned, and they became unemployed, their families worsted. That is their love for Hindus. You go further. Somebody talked about riots. Does he remember that riots were done during the Congress time? And what did Congress do about it? What was Nelly for? Because Indira Gandhi, they thrust an election Assam for which people are not ready. She wanted to capture the power somehow. This is the Congress which talks of Hindu terror, saffron terror, and these people brought in a bill called Communal Violence Bill, which said that majority communal...
we are running out of time. I want Sajid Supariwala to quickly respond to that. Sajid Supariwala, the track record of violence during various opposition regimes, a point that was made earlier, is there for all to see. Please respond to Ratan Sharda.
I would like to take this up as a personal viewpoint of mine that in the parliament these things were taken up. But what about the democracy which was being under trouble? Because what had happened, that there had been a lot of dictatorship kind of things happening from BJP. And secondly, Sanjeev Verma ji was saying some time back that, see, what Rahul Gandhi ji was saying. Let me complete, Sanjeev Verma ji. You can definitely reply to my query. My only question to her is that why was Rahul Gandhi targeted if he was questioning? This is a democracy. Even if a Muslim, anybody is not an authority. The BJP or Modi ji or Amit Shah ji are not authorities over Hindus. The same way, you can even question if any other Muslim leader would have talked about Islam in the parliament, he would be questioned because this is a democracy. See, in other countries, you will never find people talking about religion. They are talking about development. They are talking about education. They are talking about working in unity. We are always talking about either religion.
Okay. Dushyant Sridhar is also with us. Let me just quickly bring in Dushyant Sridhar. With Dushyant Sridhar from Abhay Mudra to Trishul, a number of points that Rahul Gandhi made. Would like to very quickly tell our viewers whether he was factually right on that aspect, being a scholar yourself.
Namaskaram, Madhav, and namaskaram to all my fellow panelists. Hinduism, Sanatana Dharma, is a big university of different philosophies and theologies. It is very, very tough to look at it from the Western point of view or the Western lens. That said, Krishna says, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam. For protecting the people and Dharma, the Lord can always lift a weapon. He has Sudarshana Chakra and Trishula. And that said, Sri Rahul Gandhi did talk about being fearless, being courageous. So who is the leader who sought bail in the national hierarchy? Is that an act of courage or is that an act of cowardice? Point number one. Point number two, if they believe that Hinduism doesn't talk about any kind of violence at all, then what was the anti-Sikh riots all about? And coming about mudra, I think mudra is a very sacred terminology in Sanatana Dharma. And I'm not sure if a devout Islam or a Muslim will even agree to the word mudra. So why should he bring mudra? And first of all, Madhav, last of my points, why should he carry the photo of Mahadeva Shiva to the parliament? Is this what a parliamentarian does? Isn't that wrong to even carry something that we venerate and propitiate? That shouldn't be a matter of debate in the parliament at all. So I take very strong offense to using Mahadeva's picture, to use the word mudra. When you have no knowledge about it, please do not talk about it. You believe that there are other issues. Talk about other issues. Why talk about all of this?
Thanks so much for joining us. Dushyant Sridhar, Sanju Verma, Ratan Sharda, Kamruzaman Chaudhary, Ghanshyam Tiwari and Sajid Supariwala. We'll have to move on to debate number 2 from here on.